Namaste and welcome. Namaste. This is Chantal from She Achieves Studio. Thank you for joining me either live or recorded. Today we enter this Wednesday, this midweek, with thankfulness and gratitude, and also with consciousness of breath. And that is our intention this morning, is consciousness within our breath. Good morning, Amanda. Namaste, lovely. I'm just trying a new microphone out. Are you able to hear me, Amanda, properly? Could you comment if you can hear me? And that would be lovely. I just want to make sure. I think it should work. Just making sure. And consciousness of breath is like so important. Okay. And I'm gonna be really frank with you this morning. Okay, thank you. Perfect. I believe in yoga. Okay, it's taken many years to be able to actually embody it and almost preach yoga. Beautiful. Thank you, lovelies. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Amanda. Namaste. Thanks for joining. And I feel that in North America, and because that's where I live. I grew up on a farm in Saskatchewan with pigs and chickens. Okay. So it takes me a little bit to figure out Sanskrit sometimes, because I didn't grow up with Sanskrit. I grew up with pigs and chickens and feeding my pigs slop. Okay. And picking chicken eggs and washing the eggs and cleaning the chicken coop. Okay. So from my point of view, we have this misconception. We have this thought, this belief that with yoga, well, I'm not that bendy. I can't do yoga. I'm not that bendy. Oh, I can't focus my breath. My mind is so crazy. And I don't know if you can relate to that, or if you've heard other people say that when they speak about meditating or yoga. Well, I can't shut my mind off. My mind is so busy, I don't do it. Well, that, in essence, that is what yoga offers you, to yoke the union of mind with breath, body with breath, emotions with breath, energy with breath. And if you can think of it, instead of the pose or the shape, the asana being the destination, well, I can't bend my toes, or I can't, touch my toes. I have no flexibility, or I have back concerns, or I have health concerns. Okay. That the pose is not the destination. However, and I've been teaching yoga for a long time. I've taught yoga to thousands of people in my life. Like, I really have. And I've seen it. I've seen the ego that we come in, and it's not bad. It's not good. Okay. We're above, this is right, this is wrong. This is just the observation. Okay. So I've seen people come in and get so frustrated, including myself, because I can't do the pose. I mean, I have scoliosis and a degenerative spine. Okay. Like, it's my spine is not bendy and twisty. Back bends, I can try, but I have to modify. Does that stop me from feeling like I am less than in a yoga practice? Absolutely not. And are the twists limited? Absolutely yes. Okay. The pose is not the destination with yoga. So when we go into meditation, and meditation is part of the 8 limbs of yoga. Meditation is an invitation to connect all of this hairball, scratchy stuff up top. It helps connect so we can move through. If we don't like something, sometimes it's easy for us. Well, I shouldn't say easy, because easy, that's such a relative word. Okay. So I negate that word. I negate the word easy. And let's say resistance shows up. What do you call it? The habit, your default may be to look away. Okay. Because it's too much. It's too much. I can't deal with it right now. Okay. Or perhaps you feel that you see that resistance, you feel that resistance, and you're like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? To be in relationship with, that is yoga, to yoke. Now, I am not telling you what to do. I don't want to do that. You tell yourself what to do. I got my hands full with me, okay? All I'm doing, and I don't want to change your perception or perspective. Not at all. Geez, you do you. This is your journey, okay? All I am doing is offering a broader, or perhaps a more cohesive and comprehensive understanding of what yoga can open up to. There's a saying from Buddha, I think it was Buddha, and I can't even remember all of it. I think it's like, if you can only meditate for 5 minutes, then that's a sign you need to do it longer. Or Nikki Doan, my yoga instructor, she would say, when you want to come out of the pose, you don't. And that's yoga. When you feel that restriction, let's say you're in a back bend or in a twist and you're like, oh, right? That is yoga. To acknowledge the resistance and to be conscious of it through our breath. And that is our 5-minute morning meds intention this morning. So let's get into it, shall we? Feel free to be seated, lying, or standing. A sense of stillness, though, around you. Okay? And have the arms gently kind of releasing down. And if you'd like to, I invite you to go into Ganesh Mudra. And Mudra is sort of like our hand yoga. Okay, it connects, so we might as well keep connecting. So the right hand goes on the outside, the left palm goes on the inside, and I might be reversed here, I don't know, but have the right hand on the outside and clasp your hands together, okay? The right palm is facing you and the left palm is facing out, and the thumbs go on top and on the bottom. Got it? Boop. Okay? And then bring your hands to the heart center, relax the shoulders, and let the elbows come out gently. Now, as you inhale, release any tension of your palms and of the mudra. As you exhale, gently restrict. So sort of gently pull the palms apart without actually pulling them apart. Add some tension as you exhale. So inhale, release. And exhale, separate gently. Breathe into belly. Inhale, release the tension. Relax your shoulders. Exhale. Ganesha is the deity of the remover of obstacles. Okay, we have obstacles. Okay, keep breathing. Your eyes can be open or not. And one more time. Exhale. And you can release this mudra down onto your solar plexus if you like, or if your shoulders are uncomfortable, please bring your hands down by your side. Eyes open or eyes closed. Namaste and welcome to your 5-minute morning meds. And we hold Ganesh Mudra. And we soften into the breath. And we invite this breath to direct us into softness of the obstacles of life that are gonna show up. No matter how far we bury our head in the sand, no matter how many times we move or we shift or we change, the obstacles are going to arise. How can we be in relationship with these obstacles? How can we be in relationship with these obstacles of life? Soften the teeth. And can you feel your tongue in your mouth more than you feel the clench of the jaw? Can you bring awareness and consciousness of breath into the tongue? The fullness, the sweetness, the moistness of your tongue. Breathe into the tongue and allow this breath to flow not only through the tongue, around the tongue, but down into belly, down into seat. And gently release breath out, nice and easy. I direct breath into physical body. I direct breath into emotional body. I direct breath into energy body. I direct breath into thought body, into mind. And I direct breath into intuitive body. Now feel the breath glide through all of these bodies that we all are a part of. Feel how easily breath glides in through the nose and gently finds its way into all bodies, physical, emotional, and mind. Feel and be conscious of the easeful breath out. Nice and easeful, warm and gentle. Soften the teeth. And know this breath is your life force. This breath connects you to your life force. It connects your life force to you. Expand into breath. Allow breath to flourish and open. Invite breath to expand beyond your physical body, to expand beyond the emotions. Invite breath to share and expand beyond mind's thoughts and the obstacles of life that are going to present themselves to us. No matter how hard we prepare or how hard we try to resist. Invite breath to bring you your self-support. And connect breath on the next breath in into every cell of body. And open mouth and gentle sigh. Expand your breath everywhere around you. are ready, please flutter your eyes open if they are not. Beautiful. Namaste. Thank you. That's 5-minute morning meds. It's 5 minutes. And if you'd like to stay and chat for a few more minutes, I would love to. I would love to chat with you. Send me some comments, will ya? How do you feel? Does that make sense? How the obstacles are going to show up. They're gonna. It doesn't make it easier. And we can plan and we can plan and we can plan. And look at, like, if you're local, look at what we've gone through in Fort McMurray for our community. And now look at what we're going through as a collective, as a country, as a world. Yet, can we, through all of this interference, and I call it smog, I call it the heavier energies of fear, anxiety, stress, depression, all of the mental health heaviness, okay? I see that as smog. I used to live in Calgary. Well, lived in Vancouver too. And I used to see, thank you, Amanda. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mavis. And Barbara, lovely. Thank you so much. I used to live in Calgary and Vancouver, and the smog, right? Always there's like that layer of smog. And I talked about this last night in our yin yang yoga. The smog is there. It's heavy. The smog, you see it. You can taste it. You can feel it. Geez, you might even be able to hear smog. I don't know. Okay. And we know that smog is there. So do we have a choice to stay in that smog or to connect with our breath and to rise above that smog? Even if that smog is for like a blink of an eye, even if we're above the smog is what I meant. Even if we're above the smog, even for a blink of an eye and a breath, then we know that we have the capacity to be conscious of, to be able to rise above, to vibrate higher. Okay. Now I was, I forgot about this. I was diagnosed with anxiety twice in my life. Okay. 2 very different times. And yeah, again, it's like, I don't know, labels for me are just, I have my own opinion and dissolve of labels. Okay. So you can call it whatever you want. I was stressed out. I was stressed out to the point where I had a hard time breathing. I could never breathe properly. And I was at Spa Lady, ooh, ooh, in Calgary. I was manager. I managed 2 spa ladies there at different times. And oh man, I had so much anxiety. I could not breathe. I didn't know what was going on. I was like 20. Okay. And then I was up here in Fort McMurray. I was the fitness coordinator at the YMCA like 16, 17 years ago. And I was pregnant with Andrew. And boy, did I ever have anxiety. It was crazy. And I was pregnant. And I forgot about that. And then about maybe 4 years ago, I stopped teaching step. I used to teach step 5 days a week at the YMCA. Loved it. I love you. I love you, ladies. I love you, YMCA. And I stopped because it was just too much. I was doing too much because I'm a go-getter. Okay. So I stopped teaching step at the YMCA and turned to Aquasize. And I remember being in the kitchen with David saying, like maybe about 6 months after I stopped teaching, I said to him, wow, I never realized how much anxiety I was holding on to until it was released. I felt an absence of anxiety. I did not have that, I can't catch my breath. That panicky feeling? Ugh. I get shivers just thinking of it, Because I lived with it for what, since 20 till I was like, maybe, what am I to 52? So maybe, I don't know, you do the math, 30 some years. I get it. And this is why I am a firm believer and an advocate for mindfulness. Through the crunchy, through the gritty, through the happy, through the sad, bad, and ugly, all of that. Mad, glad, all of those emojis. Be in relationship. If you can, the opportunity and the accessibility is always there. Please know that. However, your willingness and awareness to be in relationship, well, that's something only you can decide. There is help out there. She Achieves Studio, one of the mantras, the invocations is mental health solutions through soulful intentions. Okay? It's amazing when we keep showing up for ourselves, even through the real crappy times and even through the really awesome times, because they're both going to happen. Okay? And when we are mindful with our breath, that breath channels. That breath is the vehicle to connect ourselves with our harmony and balance. Okay, so breath channels the prana. Breath connects us to our life and everything in between. Breath is our greatest gift of life because it brings us life and it helps sustain our life. And if you are a person who is struggling through that connection of breath, through mindfulness, like, connect with me. We can chat. You know, I love it. And there's lots of free offerings at She Achieves Studio right now. And also coming up into the new moon next week, I am offering a 2-hour ceremony called Self-Care Shakti Soak, where we are online for Chandra Namaskar, Moon Salutation Flow. For 45 minutes, we're all online. We do it together. We practice together. And then we actually log off and you go have a bath. And in your registration, you receive a Shakti swag bag with some goodies for the bathtub. So we all log off at the same time, go have a bath. And then we come back 45 minutes later and we come into a silent journaling and a guided meditation. So if you seek mindfulness, if you seek self-care, because there's so much power in self-care, like, check it out on sheachievestudio.com. There's some spaces left because there's only limited to, I think, 8 or 10 lovelies. So check it out. Perhaps a Mother's Day gift for yourself or from your partner or a friend. And know that however you access mindfulness, it will bring a sense of yoke. And in essence, isn't that what yoga is translated to? So thank you for sharing your yoke with my yoke. I say namaste. Thank you. Peace out. I love you all. Thank you, lovelies. And I will see you again next week for 5-minute morning meds. And please check out sheachievestudio.com for all the free and fee-based offerings. Peace. Stay real.